If you follow me on Instagram, you have probably already seen the reel I posted on this topic, but I wanted to talk more about it, and so here I am on YouTube. Partially due, I shouted her out yesterday on my Instagram, but Sandy Boucher also has a YouTube channel. She's an excellent Anishinaabe speaker and teacher, and she is the one who encouraged me to share more about my journey as I'm on it as a professional. So here I am, and I wanted to talk today, a little bit more about community, because my understanding of community is often very different from the understandings of those around me. I very much subscribe to the belief that a community is anybody who is brought together by a shared value, a shared workplace, or a shared sense of place. And this can be very, very diverse. And when I speak to things like community health and well-being, I am talking from this diverse perspective. So that can include the LGBTQ2S+ community, that can include a municipality, that can include a workplace, that can include a nonprofit. And in that, I think there's a lot more space for innovation, for value statements, for the work I do, basically. Because when our communities are strong, when we're really supporting each other and learning about each other in a way that seeks to build relationships instead of seeks to attack or seeks to push away, when we're building those relationships, we're stronger. We're more grounded in our values, more grounded in what we can control, because there is always so much around us that we have no control over. And that's a sad truth for anyone who's struggled with anxiety. I know I have struggled with anxiety in the past, and that really came out when I was trying to control people aside from myself. And so with that work that I've been doing over this past year, I've been really focusing on what is within my control. What do I value and how do I align with those values? And in our communities that we're all a part of, whether that is maybe we're very active in our hometown, maybe we're very active in a club or an ag society, maybe we're very, very closely connected to our religious group, or maybe we've been brought together by other social justice groups, or maybe we're just really enjoy the work we do and the people we work with. These are all communities. All of them are valid. All of them deserve to be a place of support and trust, and a place we can express our authentic selves. And in today's world, there's not a lot of ways we can do that. It's not accepted. Workplaces weren't set up in a way where we can build those relationships long term, especially larger workplaces. But we need them. When we're spending so much of our lives in one place with one group of people, we need that community. It's not an option. Not if we want to be healthy, if we want to be creative, if we want to be authentic in ourselves, which is a really essential part of avoiding burnout and avoiding exhaustion and avoiding anxiety. And it makes me kind of sad, right? Because so many of us, and I'm not innocent of this, I've done it too. So many of us stop short of building true community, building true relationships because of something someone else told us on this really high level. And it's a normal human brain mechanism to try and make the information we receive easier to follow. So we incorporate this information from up here, from, not our real experiences. We incorporate that into how we see the world. But that then acts as a barrier from building true relationships. That acts as a barrier to building community that supports us. And so this could be gossip. This could be, statistics we hear on the news. This could be clickbait stories or fake media that we see on social media, because people can post anything there, right? There's no checks and balances anymore on Facebook. Friendly reminder, there's no real news there. And to see so many of the people that I love, to have seen myself go through this period of isolation that only some people are safe to be around. While it's true to an extent, the reality is a lot of it's manufactured, a lot of it's fake, and it is hurting people. It's hurting our mental health to see the world around us as so dangerous. When if we took the time to build the community, if we took the time to see beyond the stereotypes or see beyond our bias, if we took the time to actually get to know people as people, we would all understand that, there's scary things out there. There always will be. But we are stronger together. We are resilient when we're together. Any story we look at in the past of the Alberta floods or the Fort Mac fires, we are stronger when we work together. That is our strength. But in order to use that strength, we need to be comfortable stepping into the unknown, stepping into this, gap between what we think we know about another person and what we have no idea about. We need to step into that. We need to be brave. We need to show up authentically as ourselves. And we need to give that person the space to show up authentically as they are too, without the stereotypes or the biases or projections that we're imposing on them. And this is very true for reconciliation. It's very true for any equity-based action, but it's also just true for how we move through the world around us. So that is my 2 cents for the day on my journey. If you haven't checked it out already, my website is www.vibrantsystems.ca. I do all sorts of work to help people build communities, build values, ground themselves in this idea that we're stronger together. And I want to make your story a vibrant one. So let's work together.